Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Gardner Minshew and the Cleveland Browns taking on Carson Wentz and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory
third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Minshew throwing on third down. And he's got Miller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A handoff to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for Mixon last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And it's caught. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the Ravens' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Mixon again.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run for it with Mixon, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down, and the Ravens come up big down. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Number 28, Melvin Gordon.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Now started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 24 carries, 96 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Wentz now on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more there and another first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now Gordon on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Browns 0.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets in. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Looking to throw again on second down, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Next to score, Ravens.
Minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Just inside of 2 minutes for this offense. Second quarter. They've got the football, but on their own side of the field. Wentz now on first down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kamale Correa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz is throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
To Foster Moreau.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
At the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Gordon, the ball.
It's definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It'll be Minshew again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you.
This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. On 1st down, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter.
Ready? 18 Gator. We all them. 45.
On 4th down, Minshew. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it.
Throwing now is Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Melvin Gordon
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
number 84.
From 4 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't?
To go for it, down a bunch here in the fourth quarter.
70, Indy.
45.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Setting up here for the onside kick. They need this football. Back in the receiving team, thwart that from happening. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expect...
Points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half. Ball in the red zone. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. From the gun on third down, Wentz. He finds Beckham complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0,
well, in this one, down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.